Welcome everyone to a freestyle free flow episode. Redoing an episode that we brought in a guest. You may remember him from Midweekend Crisis, Sean, the failed musician.
Yeah, but successful alcoholic. I'm sure his alcoholic tendencies are flaring after that great performance that he did.
Yeah, just the worst guest we've ever had by far. Anytime you ask someone to refrain from kicking the microphone and they proceed to kick the microphone throughout the course of the show and thus create 4 hours of unusable material that you were planning to use for 2 weeks while you toured the country to the Middle East, Virginia, the Middle East.
Yeah,
because United States is the whole world. Mm-hmm. Am I right? Yes. So basically, we're just covering for the terribleness that was Sean Haywood, aspiring musician.
Yes. It was so bad, in fact, that we had to take a week off and just nap. Took a week-long power nap just to get our juices back to flowing, as it were.
Some might say some of us died during that time. Correct. Well, we have some topics to get to, as it turns out.
Yep. Typical.
Format, we got some news to get to.
Yep.
Format is going to change a little bit.
Ooh.
We're going to be solid 30-minute episodes, and we're going to be back to twice a week. And a little bird just tweeted and told me,
twattered you.
He told me
Wow.
That you are going to start twitching.
Yeah.
You're going to be on the Twitch.
We're working on it. There's a GoFundMe out there. I'm pretending to have cancer. It's a lot of fun for the whole
Very
family.
elaborate.
Yeah,
very elaborate.
Because as we know, the gaming industry is a huge cancer for money, and I'm hemorrhaging money doing this show.
Literally.
Yeah, and hemorrhoiding out the ass.
So soon,
the ass, Shane. It hurts, and I need money.
Soon you'll be able to bring your entertainment to even more billions of human beings.
Yeah, on different planets even.
Yeah, while you play games such as chess and
Frogger,
spades.
Yep.
Yeah, just for the good folks in their homes.
Yep. Cat simulator, dog simulator, simulating
Goat
other simulator.
Yes.
Yep.
And we have an exciting new guest that we're going to bring on here as soon as we can schedule him. We actually have to go way out of state we won't disclose where he lives. No. It's 4 states over.
Yep.
And we will refer to him as just Dragon.
Yeah.
And he will be our spiritual.
I'm glad that you chose that name.
He will be our spiritual leader. Mm-hmm. He is our elder.
Yeah.
He's more wise, more woke.
Yeah.
His
third eye is like 4K Retina display. Mm-hmm. I mean, he is just a constant stream.
As you will soon find out. As soon as we can schedule the trip, we will fly out there and do that show, and hopefully that will be on the reggae, as Lil Dicky would say, the greatest Jew. As I said, this was a freestyle, so I don't really know what these are, but I got a number 1 here.
Wow, that's a good place to start.
Number 1. Tops on pickup trucks. Time for a van? Exclamation point, wow. I wrote.
No question mark?
No question mark. I guess this is kind of a conviction,
wow.
which is something our clones did. Not really familiar with it. I
Wait, our clones or our other clones?
Shh.
I see what you're doing.
Yeah.
I see what you're doing.
Let the conspiracies grow.
Yeah. Ooh. Water that shit. Plant that shit. Smoke that shit. Yeah, jerk that shit off.
Turn the frogs gay. I hear you. 100. You told your story to me off camera, as we are on camera right now.
Yeah.
About the van in your neighborhood that you were like, that looks like a nice.
Oh yeah, the one I was driving home from work.
Yeah.
Am I saying that right? Work?
Yeah,
I think so.
Employment?
Yeah, so
most people say I got to go to employment today.
Yeah, so I was driving home from my my dead end, as it were, and I was
which is ironic because you went to post-school to get that job.
Yeah.
And you would now refer to it as a dead end. So that's nice. Things are clearly looking
up.
Shout out
#optimism for our tweeters. So our twiddlers. Yeah. So I'm driving home, and
driving.
Yeah, a car. I'm awake for some reason. I don't know why. And I'm looking down, just texting, and for some reason, I look up, to see on the side of the road, there's this really shitty, like, junkyard that just has trash cars, like, and they sell them somehow. I'm not really sure.
There's a lot of them here by the studio.
Yeah. There was a Oldsmobile with tires, but no brake rotors. Impressive. I don't know how you get away with that. Pretty
How'd
cool.
they get them off without?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So I'm driving and I look.
10 mysteries science still can't explain.
So cue X-Files
Yeah.
fucking theme. So I'm driving and I look up for some reason from texting,
Yeah.
and
Clearly
I
a
see,
horrible driver.
I see a white van, and spray painted extra shittily. That's a new word. I just Urban Dictionary'd it and Urban Thesaurus.
Shaddily is the usual.
Shadily. They shadily spray painted fucking
Free candy.
snuff van on
Oh,
the side of it.
yeah. That's a little much.
And I literally brake checked the person behind me so I can try and get a picture, and I just kept going too fast because I was doing like 75 on a 35 zone. So I was like, I'll get it tomorrow. So the day after, I'm driving by, and I'm 10-2, eyes locked straight ahead.
Wow.
I was high as fuck, but you know that's the only way I can
high on
concentrate.
life,
Yeah.
I hear ya.
So and I drive past it, no van.
Nah.
Yep. So I mean, pickup trucks with a topper.
A topper,
Time to
a
get a
camper
van.
topper.
Yeah.
Time to get
I
a
think
van.
just a regular van with some really meaningful
Colorful language.
Yeah, just shittily spray
And
painted on the
most
side.
people would say if you see anything snuff related, to immediately alert the local authorities. That's what I would recommend that you would have done there. But it's good that you just were like, that's probably ironic.
Yeah, or that I
great.
was desperately
Or a
hoping to be
social-
there tomorrow to show everybody and laugh at
to get them Snapchat not likes.
Yeah.
And for no one to even reply to your story.
Yeah, in
remotely.
any way, shape, or form.
Yes, on the Snapchat.
Yes.
We have a number 2 here. This is a number 2.
Shout out Vince.
Yeah, episode 2's guest. Ooh. This is a pretty number 2 question. Puzzles primed for a comeback? Question mark. You ever fucking throw down on some puzzles? Puzzles just for old people? Question mark.
Pretty much. I mean, one time I walked to Meemaw's house when I was drunk.
Maymay's?
Yeah,
Yeah.
when I was 7.
Now you
And
have
she had
lived
a-
an interesting life.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah. So I walk into Maymay's house. Maymaw. Mame?
Dank Maymay.
Dank.
Yeah, that's
Dank Mamacita's
yeah.
senior's house. And she had one.
Yeah, I'm following along. Yeah, I'm writing this down.
Shout out hashtag brain aneurysm. So I walked in and there was a mural on the wall, and as I got closer, it was a mural.
Yeah.
She was on the wall.
I wouldn't want to confuse
Yeah.
our audience
Yeah.
any further.
But it was a puzzle that you could apparently they make like sticky top table things that you can put puzzles on to like and then hang them on your wall, which I thought was
Ooh.
interesting, but
That's
I don't know that
mildly
I would do
interesting.
it. Yeah.
That's something that they'd have at a hobby store.
Yeah.
That I'd look at and be like, I see what that is.
Could you imagine, like, so my dogs
If that was
catch
just your
dead
wife?
flies and they
Oh.
bring them to me, and you just had like one of those sticky pegboards and you just stuck a whole bunch of dead flies and then hung that up for them, like on the fridge.
I think they'd be. Do you think they would understand? Now I've been around your what are they called? Dogs? What are they?
Dogs.
Dogs.
Yeah, no, dogs.
Dogs.
No, dogs.
Puppers.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Perfect.
doggos.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been around your doggos before, and you know, I came into your front door, came right in. I
Yep.
was like, "Hello, doggo," and I shook his hand.
Yep.
And your dog immediately presented its ass to me and shook it in my face.
Uh-huh.
And that,
Which it's wont to do.
yeah, where I'm from, that's fighting words.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I had no. I sat him down before. I said Shane's been known to. He doesn't like these Filipino customs of shoving your ass in another
You are a
man's.
Filipino
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
So I
don't know why
sat
that
him
was
down and I
funny,
told
but
him that it wasn't okay. I want you to know that first and foremost, and second most.
And then you put a frowny face, a frowny face stormy cloud
Sticker.
on their board,
Yeah, on their-
and you made sure that they
And
saw
I
what it
rubbed
was.
their nose in it.
Yeah, like, frowny bad, yeah. So yeah, I think it's time that puzzles made a comeback. I want like a really elaborate. Do you know like when I was younger, all the older podhead adults that weren't like much older than
Did
we
you
are
say
now.
podhead?
Yeah, potheads.
It did pods.
Drug addicts.
Oh, pothead. Okay.
Yeah, same thing.
Okay.
And they kind of did the coloring book. Mm-hmm. Like the felt coloring book of like a tiger in the jungle.
Oh, like the black felt? Yeah,
And,
I know what you're talking about.
And I think those puzzles are more
I did one of those
respectable
once,
than that.
and the side of my hand was totally black when I was done with it, and I felt racist, so I never did a single one ever again after
Ooh,
that.
shame.
Yeah.
Yeah, you must have seen a BuzzFeed article that appropriated your actions
Yes.
and taught you
It
what...
made me take a quiz. A shitty Facebook
and it
quiz.
told you of your thought crimes.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Piece of shit.
Yeah. Based BuzzFeed. I hear you 100%. I have a number 3 here. It's got a cross next to it for some reason. I assume it's
Is it on fire?
No.
Oh, okay.
So there's that.
That's good.
It's more like a plus sign that's giving me a thumbs up.
Okay.
I think it has a little face on it. What was Sean doing?
You know, I'm not sure.
We let him host for a little bit.
Yeah.
We might release that later as a lost episode.
Yeah.
Because there's
Just to waste all of your time.
Yeah, it sounds like someone's flicking you in the ear while you're listening to it. And that's different than how annoying our show usually is, because it's kind of like someone's flicking you in the ear.
Yeah.
But the audio is just terrible.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll release that down the line. Number 3, throw blankets. Who's tossing these around? Grandmas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go along, me.
Senpai.
Ellis. And then she fucking pelts her right in the chest for like a 20-yard gain.
She rolls it up fucking tighter than any doobie you've ever seen, and she fucking airmails it across the house at you. And you're right in your bread basket.
Put that on your couch. Throw blankets just for naps? Question mark. Ooh, throw blankets. Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
Throw blankets.
Yeah.
Just quilts, little bitch? Question mark.
Maybe. Depends on the quilt. I mean, there are certain quilts.
There's some
the
badass
AIDS quilts out there. Have you heard of the AIDS quilt?
Absolutely not.
Good, me neither. We're not going to talk about that. Didn't make that with any needles.
Whoa. Grandma's all just genocidal? Question mark.
You know,
We need to get some grandmas on this show.
we do. Some gilfs, I hear you. Gilfs,
Yeah.
dilfs, milfs, bilfs, shelfs. That's all I got. What about throw pillows? What's wrong with is there anything wrong with a throw pillow? Do you pair a throw pillow with a throw blanket? And can you make a bed using throw blankets and throw pillows? Are there and there's
On
just
just a
regular
regular
pillows?
bed?
Yeah. Is
That's
there a
kind
throw
of
bed?
shittily man.
Is there a throw bed?
Oh, isn't that just what a pull-out
It's just
couch
a
is?
yoga mat.
Isn't that what a pull-out couch is?
So a pull-out couch is throw bed?
Yes. Our air mattress is a throw bed because you can literally
You
throw
could
it around.
you could fill it with helium and float away.
Holy fuck. That's got to be on YouTube somewhere.
Dang. What other things could you throw? What other things work happen in a bed in a house? What about sex? Like condom? Throw condom? Do you have sex on your throw pillow, throw blanket, throw bed, throw condom?
In the trash.
Yeah, you just throw all of it in the trash and you fucking buy real shit and you just say
And you
fuck.
grow up, you
get
mature,
yeah.
until you're old, and then you have those on you. I just don't understand it.
It's a circle of life.
I don't understand what a throw pillow is, and
Yeah.
what their purpose
Throwing
is.
knives?
Throwing knives.
Yeah.
Just steak knives,
Just
little
places
bitch.
to be hidden in throw pillows? I don't know.
Ooh.
Yeah. Is that the only place you can hide a
I mean,
throwing knife?
I just hide guns all over my house. I don't really hide knives. Seems kind of pointless,
Yeah.
you know.
So, and you're not very good at it. I see you have a handgun.
Duct tape to the ceiling,
to the
yes,
ceiling, and
yeah.
then spray painted white.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, you'd be surprised how often that's missed.
really.
And you'll notice that the tape's falling off.
Yeah.
And pretty soon it'll just be held down.
I can also see that the barrel is loaded at me, and there is a string tied to the trigger, and you're holding it. So,
You know, that's not really something you should be concerned about. You know, that's part of. Have you ever seen Pee Wee Herman? You know,
one time
the
when
elaborate breakfast
when
machine.
I was high AF.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean
kinda what this is.
AF.
I pull this string, quite a few things will happen. Like, let's just, let's move on. This took a turn for the worse. Number 4, taunting homeless people. Still a good guy? Like, are you still a good guy if you're just like...
If you have a sock full of change and you just beat his ass with it and then give it to him when
like
you're done.
if you have a rolled up ball of hundreds,
Yeah.
and you use it like to keep your fist solid while you just beat the fuck out of the homeless, and then you pelt him in the face with like a 10 grand. Are you a good guy?
I think as long as you pay him for his service after you're done, you're a
Now,
good
what
guy.
service exactly is he providing?
You know, I'm not sure. But I mean, as long as you pay him after, I mean, you could roll the $100 bills into a dildo, maybe, and then
I don't like where this is going at all. Our listeners can't see the arm movements you're making, but they would not
give it
like
to
them.
him
Ooh,
to use
proverbially.
on somebody else that you've hired for a porn shoot. We're bringing this back.
Okay, so now we're in California.
Yeah, so
we're in Porn
and then,
Valley.
and then after he's done having
Fun
sex,
fact: we're not that far from Porn Valley.
about 30 minutes away, 30 seconds away. Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
12 seconds. Yeah. So I mean, after he's done doing whatever services he provides, I think it's fine.
I think none of these services he's providing willingly. But
Yeah.
I see where you're going with this.
What if you drove up and you had him like sing? Like you're like, okay, you hand him like a cue card with like lyrics on it, and you made him sing it as best as
I'm
he
a Yankee
could.
Doodle Dandy.
Yeah, more bass, come on! And then he like had to like keep, and then like, all right, chords, and then somehow he couldn't do chords, so you're like shaming him because he can't.
So what are you like hitting him with quarters the whole time he's singing?
Yeah, and then after your words, you have like there's a whole car full of people there, and they all rate him really shittily or really well, and then depending on his performance, you pay him according amount.
Ooh.
America's Next Top Homeless Guy. I mean,
Ooh,
you know what I
that
mean?
sounds offensive.
Yeah.
I mean, talk
Or
about
attack
making him-
helicopter. I don't know.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know what's standing on that corner.
Yeah, you said guy.
I did. I'm taking it back. I'm backpedaling.
Yeah, don't ever assume someone's gender.
Yeah.
Like he could be in between getting his wings
Yeah.
installed.
Uh-huh.
You know, his propeller blade.
Yep.
and
His Tomahawk missiles
Yeah.
loaded.
Yeah. Yeah, it takes a lot of years to get those surgeries.
Getting fueled up, you know?
You,
so
you should really. Yeah, that wasn't cool.
No,
What you
that's
just said.
my bad.
Number 5. Not worth it. Just a whole bunch of copyright infringement. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, have you ever heard of Cashing In with TJ Miller?
Nope.
This is kind of pretty much just stealing that. Next, number 6. This is something you wrote.
Ooh.
Fallopian.
So it was probably stupid as
Ooh,
fuck.
thanks for interrupting me. Mid-presenting. Now we're going to skip it.
All right.
Number 7. Rock collectors. Just like a heavy backpack? Question mark. That was also yours.
Yes. So my cousin, when we were little, we used to go on this.
He was a rock connoisseur.
Yeah, and as
And not in the Nickelback loving way.
No, not even the remote way at all. So
He didn't like Nickelback?
no.
Oh, he must not have got that much pussy.
He was a quarterback in high school. So I mean,
So he listened to Young Jeezy
yeah.
and Young Jock.
Yep.
And only people with young in their name.
Yeah, Vince. Yeah, I hear you. So that's a quarterback joke.
Ooh, Tennessee Titans.
So he was a strange bird. This one time we always went on the same hike every year, and it was like steep AF. Like it was like a 2-mile hike,
Ooh, a steeple.
but like straight uphill, like a 70% grade. And we did it every year. And St. Mary's Glacier, Colorado, very beautiful, but steep AF. And this one year he just kept looking at all these rocks all the way up.
Getting
And I was like,
fascinated.
wow, this one looks like a dinosaur tooth. And wow, this one looks like a fucking hollowed out cock from Jeremy Jones and all this shit, right? And he was like, wow, he was like really fascinated with these rocks. So one time he's just sitting there and he ran off to go take a wheeze, in the bushes.
A pee-pee.
Yeah, a pee-pee.
Yeah.
As you were wont to say.
Yeah.
And we thought it would be awesome if we found like 12 of the biggest rocks that we could, put him in his backpack, and then watched him climb a 70% grade for 2 miles.
Come on, Jeremy, quit being such a pussy. We're up
Why are
at
you
the
breathing
top.
so fucking hard?
His straps are breaking. The fabric
His
is
fucking
tearing.
inhaler's totally out of ammunition.
Because you stood there and just
And
puffed
sprayed
it
it into the
repeatedly
air.
at a hummingbird.
Yeah.
As the hummingbird gained agility
Yep.
and super male vitality.
Yeah, definitely. So, and then when he gets to the top, we were all going to eat lunch, and then he opens his backpack to find his lunch totally destroyed by like 45 pounds of rocks. Hilarious. We all laughed. None of us gave him any food. And said, that'll teach you to go take a pee-pee in the woods, bitch. Yeah, it was a good day.
It's really good that he didn't notice that his backpack was super duper heavy.
Yeah.
And he was like, wow, this is much heavier. He was just like,
Yep.
climb that. You know, we could all learn something from him.
Yep.
I think we could all learn.
Yep.
Number 6, going back. I feel bad. Number 6. You wrote this. I think this is from the book of Shane.
Ooh.
But you were talking to me. In the
Oh.
book. So this is a direct quote from you that I wrote down in my book of Shane.
Gotcha.
You keeping up?
That I was repeating what you said. So
Yeah,
it's what you
were
wrote down
quoting
from what
me.
I said from what I quoted you that was quoted.
Yeah. Yeah, you're just quoting me here. It's really simple.
Yeah.
Fallopian tubes. Just a bunch of Asian bullshit? Question mark. Now you're a gynecologist.
Yeah.
In your off days.
And a languiteer.
Yeah.
So I'm clearly I'm clearly relevant in the terms of Filipino talkie talk.
Filipino fallopian tube.
Yeah.
You peruse the internet for just those.
Yeah, so it's a very bizarre search history. There is a
Fetish,
black
yeah.
car that drives in front of my house twice a week and takes pictures.
In America, as they are wont to do.
Yeah.
They
Sometimes my webcam will just turn on. And that's fine with me. So
doesn't bother me none.
Nope.
Thank you, Uncle Sam.
yeah. But I think it's absolutely a bunch of Asian bullshit. Now, I understand that you are not well versed in the sex.
I'm not really familiar.
I know the OG wasn't familiar with the female genitalia ear in any way. It was once referred to as a dirt mound with a big groundhog
fat of hair
wearing
on
an
top.
ant costume crawling out of it, which is
Now that isn't-
totally not right.
If that isn't an exact example of a human vagina,
Yeah.
an exact personification of a human vagina,
Yep.
I don't know what is. A dirt mound with a...
With a groundhog wearing an ant costume crawling out and then being eaten to death by a Clitosaurus Rex. It's totally...
That's Hemingway.
Yeah. Do you understand now?
Yeah.
So now you know what a fallopian tube is, right? And you'll know that only Asians have them.
Okay.
Stand aside all other races.
Okay, yeah, I think all Asian women would probably have fallopian tubes.
Yeah.
If they identified as such.
Uh-huh. So, I mean, some of them relocated fallopian tubes into their wrists, as they're wont to do.
Oh, spider women.
Yeah.
And I have no idea where this is going.
Me neither.
at all.
I'm just gonna keep talking and hope that you just take over at any point.
Now, if we were to be doctors,
Yeah.
What are you
Which
looking
we totally are.
again? Sorry.
History doctors.
Yeah.
Not surgical.
What are you looking for in a fallopian tube?
A lot of girth. The more girth, the better. Girth is birth.
Yeah.
As to most medical documentation is want to do to say. So if you're want to do to say girth to give birth, you're ready to go.
And our higher educated listeners are they're really
They're
following
literally
along.
turning deaf by the second.
Their neck beards are growing at an unprecedented rate.
Alarming. So
We're just gonna move this on. That was eye opening.
yeah,
Truly. I can't wait to bring that up to Dragon.
yeah.
In a future episode.
I will fuck his shit up, fam.
We'll have to remember to bring the notes on the plane.
Ooh. Which you can't do according to TSA. No notes, no pipe bombs, and absolutely no talking of any kind. So, yeah.
Thank you, Uncle Sam. Number 9 here. Little Bunny Foo Foo, the most condescending mystical creature.
I don't
name?
know. I don't know the
Like
the-
that's a
the
really
query?
condescending name.
Oh,
Little Bunny Foo Foo.
I don't know the story or the
And this
factual.
is something
life.
that you wrote, so that's very interesting.
yeah,
that you
and
have no idea.
I figured you would clarify it for me because I've never read the autobiography of Little Bunny Foo Foo walking through the forest, picking up the field mice, and raping them to death in Folsom Prison. Classic Johnny Cash song, which totally
John
summed
God,
up, yeah,
as we refer to him.
summed up Little Bunny Foo Foo. But I still don't understand. There's just a lot of banjos playing, and I'm just getting my hoe down on it.
And I only know Little Bunny. Isn't that the shoe tying song? Little bunny foo foo hopping through the forest. Something, something, now your shoes are tied.
Yeah.
Moving on. No, really, I don't know what this is.
Yeah.
Let's make our own Little Bunny Foo Foo fairy tale, since neither of us know what this is.
Yeah. So, do you want me to... Oh, okay.
Let's do a sentence at a time.
Okay.
So, this is going to be
here we
fucking
go.
interesting.
Yep.
Sean couldn't hang with this shit.
Nope.
Woo! Improv, over 1,000 right now.
Up top, lock and load.
Up top, yeah, lock and load.
Fucking A.
Oh, and I think this is how we'll close out the show.
Okay.
So we'll close out the show making up our own fairy tale for Little Bunny Foo Foo.
Uh-huh.
So. Okay, I can't sing, so we're gonna just bring that back.
Fair enough.
Quit stealing. We do steal from every other comedy on Earth, but
Yep.
we will not steal from Who's Line. Okay, so Little Bunny Foo Foo woke up, and she was hungry.
Yeah, and she wasn't so little as she was a world-class bodybuilding FFA champion for 10 years running.
She needed some protein, folks.
And she was going to get it by all of her surrounding bunnies.
AKA her sex partners from the night before.
Yep.
She was hungry.
She lived in a certain playhouse, as she is wont to do, since she is a bunny. And she does have access to sort of influence and manipulate all of them into getting what she wants.
This bunny is apparently a Rothschild? Next.
Absolutely. And she goes out of her way every day to rhyme, as I am wont to say.
Oh, spicy.
Shout out Dr. Seuss.
Anyway, she was about to have her fucking way.
She was. She went to the gun store and the liquor store in that order, and she sort of sat in the parking lot for about 38 minutes.
Chugging 40s and crying to old country songs on the radio.
I need a minute.
A little too relatable.
So he's kidding.
I hit him a little close to the heart,
Yep.
folks. Sorry. I'm sorry.
So at that point, she unzipped her bunny costume and outstepped a giant, ferocious guinea pig, and she was a man.
Wearing an ant costume. She was hired that day to go to the women's protest as a vagina.
Yeah.
Nothing had.
And at that point,
She put on her pussy hat.
she put on her
She
pussy
grimaced.
hat. She sort of pulled on one of her tits like a lawnmower string, and then
She flew there.
she flew there as an attack helicopter of impending death. Nothing?
She only wanted to raise tolerance
Yeah.
for her kind.
Yeah.
Which is we don't have to explain what she is.
No.
She's clearly just
Well, we
one of
can't.
us.
We don't know.
And she was very respected by her peers
Yep.
and all the media for her bravery.
However, at that point, Alex Jones appeared on the horizon, riding a giant gay frog.
Holding a spear.
Yep.
One arm out straight. He looked her dead in the eyes.
And he said, "Lock and load, fucking A."
And he threw that spear and he hit her right in the fucking heart. And down she went into a lake. This is getting familiar, isn't it?
Yeah, just a little bit. Let's back it up. That's enough.
All right, so he threw it at her, and he clipped her in the foot. Mm-hmm. And she was a foot fetish model.
Yep.
And this was ruining her daytime career.
Yes. And at that moment, she knew that her cam girl days were totally over.
Numbered. She has another foot.
Yeah.
Honey, why don't you show me both of them? Why not just the right one?
Yep.
And she still protested, and she had a great time.
Yep.
And she continued to make lots of money.
And later that day, she untransformed from an attack helicopter back into a prairie dog, back into an ant costume, and then back into a bunny to live out her days as Little Bunny Foo Foo.
Until one day, Alex Jones appeared in the night, and he stole her.
Wearing a Ninja Turtle mask and a Bill Clinton suit costume.
Yeah, and he didn't take her or hurt her or anything. He just educated her and told her that you're gonna like that Bugs Bunny is a rapist. RabbitWars.com. Boom. Podcast.